Hello, good evening, and welcome to Garblag Games with the typical Garblag Goblin technical issues, but everything seems to be up and running fairly well now. Unfortunately, tonight I'm going to sound a bit robotic. There appears to be a problem with my microphone, but I can't entirely sort it out, so I'm the robotic voice of Cthulhu. Robot Cthulhu. There you go. I suppose we should introduce the players first, starting with Odin, who is on my left, I believe.
Hello and welcome to Fun and Games with Squiddly Space Gods. That's the title, right?
Yeah.
I will be playing Heinrich von Wagner of the famed Austrian von Wagners, a resistant agent whose life goal is to explode as many Nazis as he can, possibly also himself. Hey ho.
I think
Life
right now
goals.
that's a lot of people's life goal.
Life goals.
Yeah.
Aaron, who are you playing? Also, happy birthday.
Why, thank you. And today I am playing Warrant Officer First Class Busby Pike, a U.S. expat who joined the British military at the offset of the war. He is an SAS radio operator and intelligence gatherer.
Okay, Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm playing Major Walter Turner, the Australian Royal Marine Commando, Major, who specialises in stealth operations and apparently knifing people.
Very
And
successfully.
Yeah, not necessarily all Nazis though. And lastly, Nye.
Oh, yes, I am the lastly. Hello, I am Nye, and I shall be playing Fergus Petrov, better known as Presto the Magnificent, proving that civilians in a combat zone tend not to do very well, as shockingly magicians tend not to do well. But I am here for my occultist expertise, and I hope that I'm not going to explode because of all the sand that I'm vomiting from my mouth. That
We'll
would be
see.
ideal if that didn't happen.
Yeah. In a minute, Roger, I'm going to ask you to come up with a little recap so you can think about that for a bit. But before we get to that, the mighty Garblags have asked me to refer to Garblag Games values regarding something you may have noticed on Twitter recently. But if you're on our Discord, obviously you can check out the rules section and our values are posted up there. I'm just going to read it out now quickly so that it's clear for everyone. At Garblag Games, we want everyone to feel safe, welcome and comfortable at our tables. Diversity strengthens gaming, brings a wealth of experience to the table and lets us see the world through different perspectives and viewpoints. We believe that a culture of mutual respect, honest communication and inclusive gaming is the foundation on which the future of tabletop RPGs rests. As such, we hold the following truths to be self-evident. Equity above equality. Marginalized voices deserve to be heard and we will do our best to uplift them. Black Lives Matter. BIMPOC in gaming should be welcomed and celebrated. Trans identities are valid. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. If you can remember character names, player pronouns shouldn't be a problem for you. And love is love. Who you love, so long as it's consensual, is fine with us. If you know Garblag, you probably knew these values already and hopefully share them with us, but that's a little statement from ourselves at Garblag Games and also from the 4 major Garblags. And with that, I will pass it over to Roger, who's now going to tell us how everyone got into heaps of trouble last week.
So we started off in the briefing room where we decided that we were going to sneak ourselves into Tobruk via a naval operation. So we paddled in under cover of darkness, and as we approached, the Royal Marines attacked Tobruk in a diversionary raid to draw attention away from us so we could sneak in. As we landed, we got a bit too close, as none of us actually noticed the two Italian soldiers who happened to be stood on the shore. Luckily, they also didn't notice us, and Major Turner and Warrant Officer Busby luckily managed to take care of them very quietly in the mafia sense. We then buried the boat and moved on foot into Tobruk, where we snuck in and took shelter in a bombed-out building for the night. Unfortunately, a local passerby heard a bit of noise going on after our magician woke up in a start. So we all quickly ran for cover and hid. Unfortunately, the magician was a bit paralysed by their experience and was kind of stood in the open when someone poked their head through a window. They then accidentally brutally stabbed themselves in the throat while shaving and were quickly concealed. And then our spy went off to find out information, which they did. They managed to find a link up with our contact, or who we believe is our contact, and we were taken, or invited to and then taken to the secondary meeting point, which was a pharmacy. And from there we then went to a fancy house where this, I forget the exact title, Duke?
Count.
Or Count?
Yeah.
Count.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
someone
think it
who
was
was
a
posing to be an Italian count gave us a bed for the night, and everything was looking all dandy for our next operation after we planned to go out into the desert to find the SS base and deal with them, when somebody, maybe our magician, kind of was still asleep but vomiting sand.
Yeah. As you
So,
do.
yeah,
Most distressing.
that was
Presto has
very
had a
much-
rough 24 hours. Presto has had
Yes.
a very rough 24 hours.
That was very much where we left off last week, and where we'll pick up this week. Heinrich is currently probably near Presto. Are you getting
I'm
close to Presto?
slapping him with my hand, trying to
His
break him from the horrible that we
eyes are
actually
still
shared
moving,
this horrible dream.
and sand is still coming out of his mouth.
Okay, I'm going to try and put him in the recovery position, because maybe he's vomiting, maybe he has eaten sand in his sleep, or it's just a horrible occult thing, and I'm going to need to blow him up.
As you
That's
move
plan
him,
B.
when you lay him down in the recovery position on his side, I presume,
Yeah,
he starts
basically.
shaking.
Okay.
Major, this whole operation's going belly up. What's with Fergus? He's vomiting sand, for God's sake.
I think he's having some sort of occult episode. We had a shared dream in which a sandstorm in human form approached us, and I think it is still channeling itself through Professor Presto.
Heinrich,
I'm
how are
not
you
gonna be
feeling, by
ragging
the
on
way?
you. I'm not ragging on you here, Heinrich, but shared dreams,
Yeah.
Major.
Do you see the amount of sand pouring out of this chap's mouth? Okay, yeah. You think this is normal?
The
Is
Major
this
is still very much asleep,
Is this
I don't.
fine?
Hey,
snoring
don't
loudly in the corner.
don't snap your cap at me, Heinrich. I know this isn't fine. This is. I'm getting the Major. Major, wake up! For the love of Major. Major, Fergus
Heinrich,
is vomiting up a desert.
Sorry, pistol comes out in hand at being shouted.
Morning.
as
What's the racket?
Busby is waking up the Major, Heinrich, you notice your nose is bleeding a bit, and probably has been since you woke up.
Well, at least I'm not vomiting sand.
It's an improvement.
What's going on?
Major, this is a pain in the neck. Fergus is vomiting sand in his sleep, and Heinrich's nose is a fire hydrant, and yeah, you got to deal with this, Major. This is above my pay grade.
You what? Woman? Sand? What's he
Right
been eating
there.
sand for?
I do
Kind
not
of
believe he has been
Stagger
eating
to my feet
sand.
and wander over and have a look.
Yeah, there's pretty much, even now, still like a small pile of sand building around Presto's mouth. Where
Is it still
he's-
going?
A little bit. It's sort of more trickling out now.
Am
but
Am I
there's-
conscious while this is happening, or was this in my sleep?
No, we're gonna
I'm
get to you in a minute.
Yeah, you're still in the dream,
Okay.
mate.
I'll give him a firm slap to try and wake him up.
Yeah, I have also tried this. Maybe you try the left side and I try the right side at the same time. How about that?
I'm literally going to bodily lift him to his, lift him up and shake him.
As you lift him up, Presto's hands grasp around your shoulders and his eyes open up, but they're rolled completely back. He's still leaking sand.
Well, I mean, this is an
Wake up, you
improvement.
crazy pom!
I think we need to be quiet as we are incognito. Yeah.
Mage, if you want, I'll give him a knuckle sandwich. We'll put him down for the count until he stops puking up sand.
I don't think that's how it works.
Busby, hold him, and I'm gonna get my med kit.
Busby goes around behind
Right.
him and puts him in a bear hug from behind.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not having that crazy eyes looking at me while he's puking up sand.
Get some
No,
adrenaline
sir.
going on.
Cut to absolute darkness. Presto. You're vaguely aware of the same voice ahead of you somewhere, but wherever you are feels slightly damp, kind of cold, and very cramped, but it's also very, very dark.
Okay. Right. Is there ground? Can I move forward, or am I just
You're
in a
standing on
void?
something, yeah.
Oh,
You're definitely
something.
standing, and if you reach your arms out, there appear to be walls around you.
Well, I guess I'll go forward towards this voice. I don't know what else to
it
do. I can just sit
keeps
here and wait, but I have a feeling the voice is going to get irate at me.
beckoning on this way, and it's trying to pull you forwards towards it.
I guess I will. I imagine this is the kind of entity that can just hold me in perpetuity, where time is not a concept. So I'll just walk forward. I'll accept at this point.
As you walk forwards, the whole place feels slightly colder still. It's like the temperature is dropping quite quickly, and it's probably roughly the same temperature as out at sea now around you.
Oh.
You can still feel the walls, but you can't really see anything. And as you crawl forwards, slink your way forwards, reaching out to make sure you don't trip over anything, the voice suddenly says, stop there a second.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna play fucking. Yeah, I'll stop.
In front of you, you see something blacker than the darkness around you sliver past, like it's coming from one side of a corridor to the left of you and coming across to the right. And it looks big. It takes quite a while to sort of sliver its way
Okay,
past.
that's not good. Is yeah.
But there is never a good word.
Does it? It goes past. It doesn't accost me. It just goes on its way.
You couldn't quite make out exactly what it was.
Probably for a good thing.
There
That I
was a
didn't.
faint tang to the air, but other than that, no. It just, and Like the way it sounded mucusy as it went past, but
okay.
it passed by, and you don't. Yeah, you're pretty certain it didn't notice you.
Okay. Does the voice tell me to go forward again?
Yep. After a while, it beckons you on.
Okay, the voice is now gone up in my books because I didn't want to hit that thing. So okay, I'll take it a little bit more. Yeah, I'll keep following.
Slowly
friendly
draw
slithering
into a clearing, which seems to have a slight amount of light to it from this strange hole at the very center. To the side, there's a figure sat on the floor with their eyes closed, and to the other side, there's another figure strung up. By the way, mature game, immature players. I got there in the end. Strung up somehow from the ceiling and the floor.
Okay.
The voice appears to be coming from there.
Right. I will go over to the figure. I presume that they are in some degree of pain, because that does not sound like a pleasant experience.
As you look at them, you can make out the same desiccated features of the face, but their body appears different. It's been like stretched out along the side. Basically, you know, like the thingy eggs that you find on the beach?
Okay.
Kind of like that, and there appears to be something in the stretched out mess.
Oh boy,
but the
okay.
eyes lock onto you and they say, I thought you'd be someone else.
Well, I am not that someone else. I am me. Could you perhaps explain in any detail what's going on? I do recognize you are somewhat indisposed, but anything could help me right now.
He says, this is what we came looking for, and instead we found a god.
A god? Like, okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
Can you roll an education test at this moment?
I
Your
can.
languages are English and Russian, aren't they?
Yes, but like,
Yeah,
as I said,
okay.
vodka. That's about
Yeah.
as much Russian as I speak. Yes, education. How do I just click on education, or how do I roll?
Yeah, just click on it. You can maybe add a penalty die, as you don't really have the
Is it
language
regular,
involved.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, rolled 87. Huzzah! That's a fail because I have a 50.
Every time he speaks to you, you can hear two overlapping voices, but you can't make out what languages they are, but you understand them somehow.
Oh boy, okay. That's never good to hear. Right. Okay. So, I mean, is there anything you can give me? Because I'm going to hopefully wake up from this. I'm probably going to put a stop to your operations, which, looking at your situation, I don't think you're going to be that upset about me doing.
Yeah. He, his eyes sort of loll for a second, and then he looks back at you and he says, yes, you have to stop it. You have to save us.
Okay, yeah, no, we can, yep, we're a crack team, we can definitely do that. Can you, so God, we're talking like, we're not talking like the big man god or like someone else's god? Are we talking like what goes bump in the night kind of stuff?
He looks at you and says, "Es ist." He's awake, and you hear a shuffling noise from the side of you.
Oh, okay. So he's awake. Okay. Well, we know he's a he. And we know he's awake.
Do you want to turn round?
No, I don't. I'm quite happy to keep my gaze away from
You're
whatever is behind me.
Very aware of padding footsteps coming towards you.
At least this one's got feet. You know.
And
That might be worse.
at
It
this
means it
point,
can catch me.
yeah, at this point, you're also aware of the fact that behind this one figure, there are several more strung up
Oh God.
in a
Okay.
similar way.
Okay. Right. Unless you have anything else more pressing you want to say, I think I'm going to mosey over to the sitting down person in an attempt not to turn round. Hopefully, maybe the sitting down person, have they said anything? Have they looked active?
Well, you can't see them because you've gone to the opposite side. But
Fuck.
the noise of the feet coming towards you is definitely coming from that direction. And a hand reaches over your shoulder. It grabs
Is it
hold of
human?
you.
Actually, I
It-
don't think human's
it-
better. I think that's worse.
If it is human, it's a ridiculously ancient, bony hand for a human being.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Um,
I'll look.
back-
What am I dealing with?
As you turn around to look at it, back at
Oh, dude.
in the dorms, Presto has started shaking more violently.
Oh, God.
Then he falls almost completely still, and a trail of blackish ichry goo rolls out of his
Okay,
mouth.
this is definitely not good. I'm going to start packing his pockets with explosives.
His
Busby
eyes
immediately
are
once-
starting to roll back to the front of his. Well,
Are they
to-
still human eyes? I will check.
They look like human eyes.
Can I do any kind of occult intervention on this?
You can, but first, basically everyone involved, both in wherever Presto
Sanity
is, and yeah, and in
Does
the
it
dorms can roll for
Cthulhu?
sanity.
Roll,
for
losing your mind, losing your mind. Da 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 da, losing your mind.
Yeah, no, I failed that one.
Wow, you gone nuts. Busby's fine.
You.
Oh no! Oh, hang on. I
One.
can spend just a tiny piece of luck.
Oh
Can I spend
yeah,
luck on
that's
this?
true. You can spend.
I guess I could
I'll let you.
spend. No, actually,
How'd you get
this is
luck
all-
back again?
Kind.
We'll be dead before then.
Well, technically, yeah, you roll for it at the
I'll be
start of
dead
every
before
session.
then.
Oh, I've spent some luck. Oh, we
Well,
roll it back, do we? How does that work?
I was
But,
fun off, so
same
you know.
as an experience roll,
Alright, so we roll another.
which you also could have done, but because of
alright.
technical delays, I plumped
Alright,
it
fine.
up.
If I failed it, do I get some luck back, or do I need to pass it to get luck back?
No, if you fail, so if you're higher than your luck, you get to roll a d6 and you get that much
And-
back. I think luck is
And luck
three
recovery.
D6. 2d6, 3d6, something like that.
Smashing.
It's more than
Yeah, you roll your luck. If you succeed, you get 2d10 plus 10 back.
2d10 plus 10.
If you fail, you get 1d10 plus 5.
Ah, that's fine.
Ah,
Enough.
there you go. So don't listen to me, listen to Aaron.
Well, it's just because I had the book open to luck recovery, figuring I was gonna need it.
What happens when you fail sanity again? Do you roll something, or do you just lose the point
so,
automatically?
yeah. Nye, you can roll a d4. Anyone else who lost sanity and didn't spend luck to pass anyway just loses 1 flat sanity. Because it's creepy and weird as hell, but...
I have a mind like a steel vise.
Yeah, you have had so far.
Busby has 2, but I don't know how or why. His luck is only, or his sanity was only 50% to begin with.
Mine was 60, but then it started decreasing.
I traded some sanity for Cthulhu mythos like a sensible person.
That's right.
Could come in handy.
/R1D4. 3 fucking hell, okay.
Boom.
I'm
Well, that's
gonna
only fair. It's been-
count this as a new day, so don't worry about that. So that'll add towards your total of 5 for today. If you lose more than 5 sanity in this session, you're gonna go temporarily insane.
Oh, only temporarily.
That's
Well,
something to look
that's an
forward to.
improvement.
If you lose a fifth of it, then you'll go indefinitely insane.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
not
roughly
good.
the same but worse.
Yeah.
If you lose all of it, you're permanently insane, so... you know.
That's Cthulhu.
But yeah, presto, the world around you is blurring between this dark cavern, and as it does, you turned around to look at the figure, but with a little bit of trepidation, and you stared off into that big hole in the center instead. And you can't quite remember everything you saw there, but it was so much that your mind pretty much melted briefly and came back.
Okay.
And you're having a hard time focusing on everything that happened in that cavern and in what was probably a dream. But you're also only just now becoming aware that you're being held up by Busby in, a bear hug, and Heinrich appears to be readying his bag of explosives.
And I'm probably walking towards him holding a syringe.
Yeah.
Fergus, you cockeyed, crazed magician, snap out of it.
I'm snapped out. I am very snapped out. You can put the syringes and the explosives that I know
What's
you put
this?
in my pocket.
No, it's good.
I'll just keep them then if you want.
No, I'll have those back. Thanks. I have the dead cord, so I think maybe I should keep those together.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, Fergus, you got that pile of sand over there in the corner? That's yours. You got to clean that mess up. Our host
Also,
is not going to
you
understand
have a
that.
little something on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's
blackish-
sheer terror.
mucusy goo is
Also-
still
yeah.
stuck on your...
Maybe
yeah.
sample. I don't know, but
No, I just want to wash this off.
okay.
Fergus, you're very aware that it has like a familiar smell to it.
Oh no. Okay.
Smells like
So,
home.
fun fact, the Black Sun have been doing bad things and they've woken something up. And I
Oh,
don't know what the thing
fools.
is, but I don't want to fucking meet it. So we need to stop that thing and probably are going to die trying. If my
So-
dream state is anything to go by.
So what do we need to do? Blow it up?
I don't know. The person that I was talking to was in somewhat of a state of disarray and was not the most chatty. If I was to guess, and I might have to roll, I guess, could I roll a cull to kind of piece something
Yeah.
together? Because my assumption
I'll
is
make
they're
it-
probably near the site.
Yeah, I'll make it a hard test though.
Okay. I like going
If you get a
Cthulhu.
hard success, then
There is a cult, and then there's like other stuff. Oh yeah,
there's a
ghosts.
cult.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
fine. And then Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh.
Oh no, now you're going insane.
Shit, I is a success.
There you go.
It's
And
hard.
what?
Oh,
What
is it a failure?
exactly-
No, it's a failure
No,
if it's
no.
hard.
No, it should be a hard success. Yeah, your occult is at 85. You scored a 51.
Oh, okay.
So hard
All right,
success.
I misunderstood how it
Yeah.
works then.
What is it you're trying to get out of it, though?
Well,
exactly.
I guess what I'm trying to piece together is how to stop it would be great, but if that's too much of a question, I guess like what I'm assuming Nye, the player, is that they are near the operations, the people that are having the fun times with the whatever that was inside them. So yeah, I'm just trying to confirm that piece of information rather than us like finding out, oh no, they're at like, yeah, actually that's a good question. Would I assume they're actually on the site, or could they be doing what they're doing from their base? There we go. That's the question I'm curious about.
I think you probably have a fairly good sense, if not a certainty. You can't be entirely sure, but you have a good sense that it probably was where the dig site is. You felt like you were underground in something cavernous and tunnel-like, something that's been excavated, so the dig site seems like the obvious place.
Okay, yeah. So we need to go and fuck up their base, and then we need to like throw everything we have at that dig site. I'm looking at you, Heinrich. I want like all the bombs.
Oh, you want some
all
bombs?
the explosives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe don't use as many on the base. Maybe just save.
Oh, you want me to keep the majority for the dig site?
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
this is
If
the
you'd
main
seen what I'd
danger?
seen, yeah, you would. You'd want that purge.
Well, I saw the
with-
sandstorm and then the not very
It got
fleshy
worse.
person. Oh,
lot worse. Mucusy,
that's
slimy. Yeah. People with things inside them stretched to like a mermaid's purse. I think that's what you were trying to
Very
describe,
much so.
Lewis.
Yeah.
A dogfish.
Yeah.
The
Dogfish.
water maiden handbag.
Oh, like an you find them on the seashore. Wait, Austria doesn't have a coast.
No, thank you for bringing that up. It is a
They-
national shame.
Yeah.
Major,
It's been
I
a
don't
while
understand
since
anything
they
this
had a
fella's
coast.
saying, but
All I heard is we've got to go blow stuff up.
that's what I heard, Major, and I'm all in for the blowing stuff up. But the rest of the vomit and sand thing, I think I'm gonna pass the buck on that one. That's all you, Major.
Let's
I
just-
don't know what I can do to stop the POM doing that, but we can go blow stuff up.
Yeah, let's just go to the base. Maybe
like
they'll
this
have
plan.
more information on that. That'd help a lot. I'm kind of going off my understanding of how you would do a normal ritual to summon something. Normally, though, it's a lot smaller and a lot more dead is what I summon.
Again,
So
don't know. Well, we'll put a pin in that. I don't know anything about rituals, but let's just go. If we kill every bugger there, I'm assuming they can't do the ritual.
I think they have got it partway through because
I
they
see.
talked about a god
if-
being awake.
What if we
Oh.
kill everyone before they finish?
Then that's a possibility. I mean,
Great. So we've
Yeah.
got our plan. Let's go. Then.
Yeah, it involves blowing up. It's fine.
I mean-
yeah.
I don't care how we do it. We blow them up. We shoot them. We
Put it
stab
this
them.
way,
As long as
I'm
we stop them.
fairly sure whatever they're summoning isn't on the Jerry's side. So I don't think we have to worry about these guys like using it against us. I think we just
By
got to
the
worry
way,
about it
If Jerry
going
are up
against
summon,
everyone.
we can't let them do it. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's go. To the Kugelwagen. Oh yeah, we're dressing up, aren't we? We're going in disguise.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go in disguise. So if we get pulled over or if we meet anyone on the way, it looks less suspicious than a bunch of, blokes going on a joyride in the middle of an active war zone. At least we'll look vaguely.
Yeah,
official.
there's a little room in front of where you're all sleeping, and there appear to be a number of uniforms in different sizes laid out there.
Well, I think the plan is I'm going as a Wehrmacht soldier, and Heinrich is going as a SS
The
soldier.
Oberleutnant, yeah.
Yeah, and I have forgotten what everyone else. Oh yeah, well, the major wasn't awake, so I guess the major gets to pick what's left.
I believe
I
Busby
believe
was
that-
going to be Italian.
That
Yeah.
is
Is correct.
Yes,
Because
That
my
was it.
Italian is pretty solid, so I will go in the Italian.
I'll just get whatever uniform.
Oh, basically, we are like
should
an
go-
axis
should
of
go
evil
Kriegsmarine.
frat boy drive around party. Is what
Exactly.
I'm doing.
Exactly.
It does seem like a very eclectic group to be sat in a
Well,
Kugelwagen
I don't
together, driving through the desert.
Well, look, let's go over a cover story. We're escorting the Oberleutnant to the facility,
Yeah.
and however, the high command was not super fussed about it, so they just like picked us 2 soldiers at random.
It was
And
in a
whatever.
hurry, and you were all that was available.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Major, just go Wehrmacht, and it'll look a little bit more rounded, I guess. We don't have to speak any German. We'll just say we're
Well,
tired.
that's
or
lucky because I
something.
don't speak a bloody word of the lingo.
No, nor do I.
So if you two can be the common soldiery, and then Busby and
Yeah.
I can be maybe the officers. Sorry, Major, to strip you of your rank.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
ranks translate to other countries. Just stepping over to an American. I'm a major, you know. Yeah, but not from my country. No, it's universal major.
Actually, actually, it does.
Oh, it does. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah.
I have
That's
idea
why
how any
you
of
have-
this works.
No, nor do
Uh,
I.
Either
NATO
way,
rank classifications,
I don't care
so
what
that
rank
you know
I'm
roughly
pretending to be.
what rank
don't
people
like
are
being-
in everything.
Don't like being a
But-
Jerry.
Yeah.
Well,
No, well, none
Yeah.
of us do.
no, it's this, or we have to explain. some
I'm
awkward
probably
things.
already getting the uniform on while
yeah.
I'm talking.
Yeah, same.
So, once you're all dressed, there doesn't appear to be anyone else around in the villa anymore. It seems kind of quiet and empty.
Where has the Count gone?
The Count had other meetings.
Does the Count have...
Hold on, isn't it the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dodgy as fuck.
Yeah.
Does he have a study or a special place where he might go?
Are you gonna try and sneak around?
Well, there's nobody
Indeed.
here, so...
There's
As
nobody
far as
here.
you know.
As far as we
Okay,
know.
fine, I will do the sneaking.
Well, you could just walk around. I'm fine with
No,
that.
no, I will do the sneaking. I am sneaky, I will do the sneaking. Oh, look, I snuck.
I will sneak too. With Heinrich.
Yeah,
I'll get to the car.
I'll poke around.
I have bad stats. I'm not fooling around.
Well, you can stay in this room and we will just have a little bit of a look around. Because you remember when we were doing the radio? And the Count was not affected by the mind-eating
yeah.
birds. So,
I remember, yeah.
something very suspicious, I am thinking.
What are each of you then sneaking around looking for?
I'm looking for a study. Or somewhere with papers and a desk. Or a
Yeah,
safe.
you
looking for
find that
people.
relatively quickly.
And I'm stealthing around looking to see if the Count has any hidden guards or any kind of hidden surveillance system that may be focused on us.
Devices of some description.
Heinrich, you find a study. It appears to be open. Yeah, there's a lot of books around. There's a lot of them are in Italian. There's a desk there with some random, very unimportant looking papers on it. Few chairs, some more cupboards.
Anything in the desk?
It appears to be locked.
Oh. Probably I've taken lockpicking.
You can blow the desk up.
It's tempting. So there's nothing immediate. Is there a big map of the area with an X on it somewhere deep in the desert?
No.
Is there any calamari? Is there any,
Squid be here.
There's a deep one just standing in the corner waiting.
Oh shit!
but not surprised as well? Like, you haven't meant to meet me yet.
Oh, I'm so
just,
sorry.
Just reading a book, like
Wrong room. Yeah, we'll meet later. Okay, yeah. Bye.
Act 3. Oh, sorry.
No, there doesn't appear to be very much. There's, like I said, some scattered papers and things. The desk is locked. Most of the books on the shelves look very mundane.
Okay. Well, that was dull.
Major Walter Turner, you're sneaking through. Where are you looking for people in this rather large villa?
To be honest, I don't really know the layout of the house, so I'm literally just sneaking around wherever I can.
It looks like up until very recently there were people in there, which you know because when you went to sleep there were people there, and there appears to be like fresh coffee sat in the kitchen, a couple of recently emptied mugs lying around, but other than that, yeah, most of the signs of people having been there imply that at some point during the afternoon whilst you were asleep they've all left.
Okay, so if I go upstairs and look around in where bedrooms, bunk rooms would be,
Yeah.
see if anyone is present, because it seemed unusual for the entire place to be empty.
It looks fairly empty. Feel free to roll anything if you want to look around some more.
Yeah, I'll keep sneaking around. I'll basically just sneak around everywhere looking for signs.
You could roll spot hidden if you.
I mean, I could. I will give that a stab in the dark. And I may notice there's a wall at some point.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, your general perception of it, of the building, is that it's just completely empty now.
Alright, in which case I will sneak back
And-
down to where
Yeah.
the others are.
Busby.
So I was specifically looking for any kind of like surveillance systems, bugs, any kind of wiring,
Yeah.
particularly if it looked like he was trying to eavesdrop on us.
As you're walking around, you can you get a general impression that everyone's left and that the place is empty as well. But you can roll spot hidden as well. We'll see what you find.
I make it by 1.
You don't find a lot in most of the rooms, but as you double back, you notice that there's sort of a little cupboard room off to the side of where you were staying, but that appears to be locked.
My lock-picking skills are pretty poor. Can I use my mechanical repair skills to disassemble the locking mechanism?
How
Just
are you?
take the door apart?
Yeah, you can take the door apart, but it might be a bit loud.
There's nobody here, so I'm going to give it a shot.
There you go. Well, then feel free to break open the door however you feel like.
I'll try mechanical repair. Basically, try to just disassemble the knob and the locking mechanism. This is not going to be pretty, but it's better than lock picking. No. I just break the door in.
Well, rather than actually breaking the door in, it looks from the exterior to be just a normal wooden paneled door, like the rest of the doors in this villa. But as you sort of try and ram it, barge it, kick it open, take the hinges off, smash the lock, it quickly becomes apparent that the wooden paneling is just sort of a thin layer on the front, and there's actually a metal door behind it.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe you need something a little stronger.
That's right. I go back to the room. I go, Major Heinrich.
Yeah.
I don't know about this Count guy. He's a little shaky, I think. And there was a secret, hidden metal door over here in his house. I think maybe before we take off, maybe we should do a little, looky-loo inside and see what he's hiding from us.
Okay, yeah.
I'm no good with locks. Any of you guys?
Oh, well, I can blow it off.
That might attract a bit more attention than we'd like.
I didn't see anybody in the house, Major. I don't know about you, but we seem to be the only people
but
here.
Explosions are loud, and other
I can
people
do a
might
very,
notice.
very small tactical explosion.
They're
and-
still very loud.
Presto. What were you
four on,
planning on
you know.
doing?
Hmm?
Presto?
I'm just waiting. I have
Yeah.
nothing. Like, I am a
What- yeah, but-
liability.
Where are you waiting?
Oh, I guess I can go to the Kugelwagen. I'm just sitting
God.
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Why have
yeah,
you left the
basically, at the
I didn't know it was out the house. I thought you had like an indoor garage or something. Okay.
at the front, there's a little cupboard with a bunch of different keys in it, and there appears to be like a key set for a Kugelwagen. There's a Fiat 508 staff car, and those seem to be sort of the only ones there.
They're half track.
I really wanted to give you an armoured car, but it just seemed a bit...
Well, yeah, but you'd give us an Italian armored car, which would have been
Made of tin.
and hopes
Finest
and dreams.
corrugated iron money could buy if you had about £3.50 in modern
Okay.
money.
Hey, that's three times the cost
we
of
had
your
this
Sting, though.
discussion because we thought about taking one of the nicer cars, but then we kind of were like, that might get bogged down in the
Trashed.
sand. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
We need this to last both journeys. So yeah, I'll grab the keys to what I presume. Like, I imagine the staff car looks nice, and then like the Kugelwagen's like just a more utilitarian. So I'll take that. I'll get in the
No, they're
driver's seat. 'cause
Both
I don't
sort of fairly,
just for now.
staff car-ish.
because I know how to drive. I just don't know how to drive like I can't make like pit maneuvers or whatever is the point. I presume at least.
Well, all right,
Yeah.
Major. If we're not taking this
drive
door
was
down,
20%.
then
Well, blowing the doors off would make too much noise.
Okay,
Just
well,
that kind of attention.
then let us proceed with the mission. Time is a wasting.
yeah,
Let's get
like the Count could cool his heels. We'll figure out if he's got something going on later.
There
One
is clearly
problem at a time.
something strange going on here. But
But who are you going to call?
we leave.
Ghostbusters.
I believe that's you.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of the RAF squadrons.
Yeah, you probably should call them at this point, but yeah.
Why do you think we've got a radio?
I'll have
So,
started the engines.
you-
Brum, brum, brum,
Yeah,
brum, brum, brum.
you
Send
find
the mosquitoes.
Fergus sat in the Kugelwagen as it turns over. It seems to be working, so that's good.
Bugsy, do you want to get? Oh, actually, no. Yeah, no, yeah. Major, you sit in the front with me, and then we'll look like the escort for the two higher ups. The two that can speak.
Yeah.
Perhaps Busby should be up front in case they address them at the checkpoints.
That works for me, Major.
but they'd be in the like. You don't. The officials don't drive the cars. If they're officers, they would have their subordinates drive for them. And it's a Cougar wagon, so it's not got a top, so they can see them. So if they wanted to talk to them, they would just talk. That's my logic, at least. And if they want to pull rank, then our fucking SS nut job can tear them a new one. So
Yeah, hopefully tales have already spread of the roastings that they gave to the
exactly, we'll be fine. Like it would be more weird if they were like super interrogative of the driver, like the fuck's going on with you? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will intercede.
So Heinrich is sitting in the back then?
Yeah. Being as arrogant and shiny black as possible.
And Bugsby, because I don't know, like you can
Busby's-
also speak Italian.
He's fiddling with his collar. He's like, it'll all be good, Major. We'll get at this base and we'll rouse these Jerrys.
Yeah. The chicken looks very nice on your head, Busby.
Oh, it's Bugsby going full camped, like the full like.
Actually, it was the Count's uniforms that were in the cupboard. So,
Oh, that's
If he's
great.
got
off
a chicken,
cape,
if he's got a
chicken.
chicken on his head, then he's probably dressed as one of the Italian elites.
Yeah, like
There we go.
Buxali or something like that.
So well,
But,
I presume
yeah.
we were given directions.
Anyway, faster! My
Yeah.
Liebfrau milk is getting warm.
You really shouldn't have brought that to a desert. But anyway, as you leave Tobruk, you're stopped by a checkpoint as expected, unless you're gonna try and circumvent it somehow.
No, we're not. No, just it's easier just to do this.
Yeah. A soldier walks up. Well, you get flagged down before you reach it, and a soldier walks up and
slow winds.
and looks at each of you in turn, and then looks
I'll-
at the driver and the other person in the front, which I assume is the major. Says, "Papieren bitte."
No, you do not need to see our papers.
Roll for what do you want to do? Are you
Fast talk.
intimidating, persuading? What?
Fast talking. Always
Fast
with the
talking.
fast talking.
Go for it. We'll do an opposed roll. We'll see. Ooh.
Ta-da. Can be better.
And it's night, so we can't get away with them just being like, it's too hot, we won't bother.
Yeah, it does seem kind of weird that you're leaving. Well, maybe not though. What was yours? A regular success?
It is a regular success. It's got a star. That means one level, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's
regular.
that's just
That's
regular.
regular success. He
What would I need
looks
to
at you.
push it?
Are
Need
you
to drop it to
yeah?
50, wouldn't I, for 75?
At the moment, he's sort of looking at you like, well, and he says, I'm sorry, sir, but we have to check everyone's papers, especially with the incident.
Yeah, I'm aware of the incident and the shame that
and-
it casts upon your company.
You can try and push it, but obviously, if like, it will come across very aggressive, and he'll start getting rather suspicious. So that's your
How many other
push.
German soldiers
Yeah, I
are
was
around
gonna say.
at this point?
Yeah, the other
Well, I was-
option is that these two start killing. So, you know.
Well, I was going to say you get more aggressive, and that actually assuades his suspicions. Oh, it's
Like,
right.
oh yes,
I'm
it's
an
definitely
arrogant
that's
SS Oberleutnant. I would. I would
No,
maybe
there's a-
start
You're
doing
too polite with the
the same
need to see your
spiel
papers.
that I
Yeah.
did
There's-
on the other junior lieutenant.
see any other
another
Germans?
two standing outside nearby, but there's a little
Hot.
there's a little building nearby with a light coming from it, so there might be more in there, there might not, but probably.
I can't wait to see what Auden does, but I also have an idea.
I am going to continue to be arrogant and SS-ish. And
So are you going to push it then?
oh yeah,
Are you pushing your roll?
I'm
Go
pushing
for
my
it.
roll, whatever that means in this context.
Well, that's so. I've given you the consequence for it, and like you can push rolls. So basically, you can re-roll your
Okay.
current roll, but it has an added
Doesn't succeed.
negative effect if you
It
don't
sucks.
succeed, and you
Okay.
have to have a valid method of redoing the same thing, basically. So in this case, you're doubling down on this.
I'm doubling down on the
arrogant
arrogance,
demeanor.
on the shame to the Wehrmacht that the recent raid has shown. Your company is a shambles. I am here to oversee the strengthening of the security protocols, and
Which is
you
why
are
we're leaving.
impeding me in my progress. This will be noted. Boom. That would be a double star success for this. Can't see my rolls. That's a hard success.
Yeah.
And that is a
As
lower
you
number than his.
That's
sort
a lower
of
number.
really go into him, you can see him stiffen up a bit. Really, really wants to say something, but decides not to, and says, "Yeah, go through." But as he turns away and you drive off, you hear him talking to his friends and like, hopefully they die out in the desert.
Just spreading a little more hate.
That's a success in and of itself.
If I cannot kill them, I can divide them.
Yeah, there you go.
If I was in Asia, I would just divide them and also in doing so kill them.
I got to say there, Heinrich, I was pretty sure I was going to have to put a knife in that guy's throat. You did good.
Yeah, he was.
He was snapping his cap at you, but
He was.
you got us through.
It's the curious thing about wearing the skin of the SS is the common soldier do not like you, but they also do not like to impede.
I don't like them either.
No, neither do I. That's why
Do I need to ask
like
for a
each other
sanity
much.
roll here? I thought you were just wearing a uniform rather than the skin.
Oh, yes, sorry, uniform.
it's
I
the
keep confusing the two. I killed this Oberleutnant and took his skin. I mean, uniform.
It's in a little bag somewhere that you keep with you.
I try not to talk about it.
So
There
we're
you go. If you
proceeding
go
on to
mad,
the-
that'll be a fun,
To the
fun
compound,
little
yeah,
change.
they're,
You're driving out. You've been given the location of the compound, which is fairly close, a few kilometers off of one of the airfields, but sort of just before the outer extent of old Italian fortresses that protect Tobruk. So you have directions. How are you approaching it as well? Because it's about 10 kilometers drive.
I'm
from
gonna say this
Tobruk.
while we're driving. The less like difficulty for me driving, the better. Otherwise, I need to stop and let someone else drive. I drove on roads, not dunes.
If now we are past the checkpoints, then
I mean, it depends. Like, is anyone else like? Okay, slightly out of character. Does anyone else have good drive auto? Because
no.
My drive is 45, so worst
okay,
comes
it's
to
better than
worst.
the average.
That's
I mean, if
twice
you
as
want
much
to,
as me.
are we plan? Okay, I'll get back. Like, are we planning on like going to their base in our?
Yeah, I
outfits
thought we were
trying
just going to try to bluff our way in, then get in and cause.
Yeah, can do.
Okay, yeah, then I should be fine to just drive her up there. This is a road, I can handle that.
Isn't this
It's,
place we're going run by the SS?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to blag your way in there. I think
The
we're better off getting out of
intelligence that you've
Okay.
had is
Breaking in
the
on
Black
foot.
Sun
Yeah, we
most
might have to
commonly
go
use
for-
SS soldiers to
Yeah, if we
As
can
Stop.
get close,
their ground
then
troops.
we sneak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop a kilometer out, sneak up, knife anybody on the perimeter, and then get into the compound.
If I am
Exactly.
spotted, then I can engage in conversation for long enough for either the Major or Busby to stab them in the brain.
Yeah, if you keep in uniform, Busby, you and I will swap something a bit more nondescript.
I like where your head's at, Major. I don't like
we'll,
this.
We'll get you
You're
The cape is
driving.
very dashing.
in
I would take this home for a date with my girl back home, but it's a little weird to fight in.
you're driving in the dark at this point as well, because you decided to take them on at night. So yeah, all sneaky like.
Hot in the day.
Yep. Have you got your headlights on, or are you really trying to sneak up on them?
I think we'd
It
have to
depends
be
how dark it is.
Yeah, that
in
also
the
depends.
moonlight.
Is that going to incur a penalty on me driving? Like, I'm going to have to take a roll.
Hey, Fergus, if you want,
Well,
I can
it's-
take over
yeah.
since we're past the checkpoint.
Yeah, if you want. If we're just going to, like, park this by the side and hoof it on foot. I mean, I was about to say how easily are we going to be seen, but it's fucking the middle of the night in the desert. We're probably going to be the only light source for a couple miles. So, yeah. Once we're like a mile or two out from the checkpoint, I'll swap with Bugsby, and then you can drive. I mean, we'll also use that time for you guys to get changed into the more nondescript stuff.
plan.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll stay in the Wehrmacht uniform because I was probably just in civilian clothes, which are not gonna really make a difference. I might as well try and blag if possible. I don't know. I have good fast talk. I just don't speak German, so I don't know.
The road out here is mostly like a half well driven dirt
Yeah, it's
road.
just-
So
So yeah, we turn the headlights off. I drive by feel after we change,
Yep.
and try to get within about a click or two of the base, and then we'll go by foot.
as you're driving in, so do you swap out straight away? Is Busby driving all the way, or
Well, yeah, at the point that we said, yeah.
yeah? As you're driving in, the dark is very much all around you, and it's late. It's still hot. There's a wind blowing about. The sand skittering up towards you as you're driving as well. It's all a bit uncomfortable, but yeah, that makes it sort of difficult to really keep your concentration as you're creeping forwards in the Kugelwagen, or the Fiat. Which one did you take? It was the Kugelwagen, wasn't it? Yeah.
Kugelwagen.
Yeah. More
The
nondescript and
shadows
more durable.
around
That's
you
likely
also
to break down.
yeah,
Yes.
also seem to be very stark.
Okay.
Busby, roll a spot hidden.
Bugsby's the last person to be looking out for this.
Well,
Bugsy,
you know,
eyes on the
you're
road!
paying attention
Oh, right.
to.
Oh no!
Ooh, oh.
I mean,
You
we'd
know,
all be looking out.
I'm gonna
Gems.
go ahead and spend the 24 luck to make that. a
Wow.
success.
Oh,
Oh boy. Okay.
I got
Oh
it.
shit!
So-
Mines.
that's a lot of luck spending.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What did I miss?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not mines, is it?
So I
Well, it
spent
could be
enough-
now,
I
but
sp-
no.
I spent enough luck to take it down to
Yeah.
a 74.
If you are very certain that that several times now you've seen a shadow, because you have the lights off, you've seen a shadow move over the road in front of you to the side, and then on occasion you've seen one move back. This is pretty much the third time, and now you're getting a sense of the first two times you were like, nah, maybe a rabbit. The first time, second time you're like, I probably just seeing dust blow up or something like that. But this third time you're fairly certain there's something out there.
Do I get a sense of what the shadow is a shadow of? Or
It's big enough to be a person, maybe, or an animal, or
Major, I don't want to ruffle your feathers here, but something keeps crossing in front of our path. Some shadowy thing. It's the third time it's happened, and I can't tell what it is. But it's as big as a man, but it moves like an animal. I don't know. This is a hairy situation, Major. What do you want me to do?
Just keep driving. If the thing pops up, we can deal with it.
Oh.
Aye, Major.
That's a question. Fuck it. I'm curious how this will go. We took the weapons, like even if they weren't loaded for my sake, because I'm not gonna be able to use it.
Yeah.
We have them, yeah, like something to look. So maybe I don't know. Maybe if we kind of like look like, oh, that might come off as a threat though. Because my thought was maybe if we look like we can defend ourselves, it might not want to kill us, whatever it is.
The other problem, if we wave our weapons around, it'll become quite apparent quite quickly we're not German or Italian.
No, that's what I'm saying. We picked up a German or Italian weapon.
Oh, I've probably got my Stengun with me as well.
That's totally fine. I, if I'm being honest, if it's able to keep up with us while we're driving, I don't think it's going to make a delineation between a Sten or an MP40. If that's just my thinking. I
like how you're
realized
definitely assuming it's one thing.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
How fast are we moving?
Yeah, I think so. Keep going.
You're pretty much, well, you're crawling because it's in the pitch black that you're driving with the lights off. So,
Major,
you know,
I mean, I could try to drive a little faster, but
yeah.
But faster than like a person could maintain a pace, though, surely.
Yeah, they would have to be exceptional sprinters to.
Yeah, but that's short time. Nobody could maintain that pace
No.
We've been driving.
So what, like 20, that kind of speed?
Yeah, something like that.
Slow, but slow by car standards, not people standards.
all right.
It's not going to be a person at that speed we're moving.
Yeah, I agree, Major. Fergus, I'm gonna stop ragging on you because there's too many weird things going on out here. So I'm just gonna keep my eyes forward and I'm gonna get us there, Major. But I tell you, nobody's gonna believe this back home.
That's fine because we can't tell them anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, Heinrich.
Loose lips cost lives.
Yeah.
And or put us all in the funny house with the padded jackets. But
to be honest, you have to end with lips. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just keep going. Let's deal with one problem at a time.
So Busby just keeps driving.
Yep.
White knuckled, looking forward.
You can see a darker shadow in the distance, is probably with some light pouring out from behind shutters. So that's the compound up ahead.
Busby pulls off the road far enough that the car can't be seen from the road.
Yeah.
Tries to put like a little small rise between the road and the car and says, "All right, Major, I think by foot the rest of the way."
All right, let's gear up. And
Okay.
I'll get changed into kind of more local-ish attire.
Well, I imagine you guys have like desert, not camel, but like you have like
desert
khakis and
fatigues,
stuff.
but
Yeah, something
Yeah.
to just break up your outline.
It's just beige.
Yeah, well, it's still it looks less like a person when you're looking out in the desert landscape.
It looks like a person wearing very beige shorts. Pretty much, and
Socks and
rolled up
sandals.
sleeves. But yeah,
That's pretty accurate.
yeah. So you have a sense. Yeah, you can see the compound ahead now. How far out did you stop?
About two kicks. Two clicks.
Yeah, 2 clicks. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of, well, they may have heard a distant noise briefly, but probably not associated it with anything coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was about to say, like, they won't take it too seriously. They realised SS, so they're probably like, oh yeah, something to kill.
No,
Take everything.
they might not have heard it though. You know,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
pretty far,
noticed,
yeah.
and if they did, it
Yep.
was so distant and stopped so long
Yeah.
ago by the time we walked the remaining 2 kilometers.
If they heard it, it would have been like a very soft hum, and
That's
it would have
fine,
had to
yeah.
been very quiet around them. But
Let's hope they were busy shouting at each other.
Heinrich.
yeah, you can see the compound ahead. There appears to be a sort of roughly just under neck height wall around the outside, and then it's a little group of one building basically, which is mostly 1 floor, and then a couple of bits that are 2 floors. Well, that there's a upstairs too.
Is there anywhere elevated that we could look down into the camp?
Yeah. If you roll Fieldcraft, we'll see how well you can do that. Yeah.
And Busby's also looking for any roving patrols around the grounds, or where there might be any guard stations.
Yeah. The Major finds a fairly decent lookout point, sort of about a 1.5 kilometers out, but it's still far away. But you have an overlook into the actual compound itself, and what you mainly notice, Busby, is there doesn't really appear to be any exterior patrols around, and the building itself is far enough from any other Wehrmacht or German, Italian buildings. The airfield, it's almost like it's purposefully off of the track a bit and being kept out of the way.
So how many buildings are in the compound?
Wrong one. Pew. So there's basically one very large building. Well, not very large. It's a few rooms, pretty much. It has an exterior wall around it. Then there's a sort of block of downstairs with a little bit with an inner courtyard in it. And then the left-hand side of the building, where there's a little outcropping, and the back of the building appear to have a floor above it as well. But it's like a fairly smallish.
Okay.
It's definitely not a barracks or something like that, because at most.
So
How many? Oh, go ahead, Roger.
I was just going to say, can I see the best way to get in, making use of cover and other things to assist us in not being spotted?
Well, what Busby's noticed is there appears to be a single soldier on patrol, and then occasionally a second soldier comes out, meets with him. They patrol around in a pair for one complete
Rotation.
patrol, and then swap out.
Okay.
But yeah, there's towards the front. There's to the east and to the south. There's an entrance through the wall, like a little gate, but it's open. And then the main entrance appears to be this sort of inner courtyard area, where there's also a little wall.
Can you
But
say the wall's
higher.
about neck height?
Yeah, the outside wall's
So-
about neck height, and then there's an inner slight compound, courtyard area with a higher wall,
Okay, how
where
much
the
higher?
front door is probably about a person and a half again.
Is it barbed wire across the top of that inner wall, or is it flat?
Most of it just looks like this is an old building that they've taken
we
over,
could scale
or
it
just
between a couple of us.
Yeah,
We
you
could
could
stack-
definitely
yeah,
get over
stack
it.
the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah. No, you could definitely hoist someone over it, and they could pull you up.
So
that would be.
the patrol. So what's the longest gap between two people overlapping? Either when there's two of them going round, or when in between one going on his own and the other going back in. Is it when the second person goes back inside?
Yeah. Then the single patroller does like 4 or 5 slow walks around the inner courtyard. Not the inner court, the inner bit of the wall. And then when there's 2 of them, they walk around the exterior bit.
Okay, so I will basically plan to quietly off one of them at the point just after one of them's gone back inside.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Busby, if you go, you're with me. We'll take care of the guard.
Can
with
you,
you, Major.
Once we,
on the map I've put up, can you see your tokens?
I can, but I can't see much else. I can see a thin
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
of
Well,
light.
it's dark.
Okay. Once we've taken care of him, I'll use my clicker, which sounds like a cricket, and that's a signal for the 2 of you to come in. I'm guessing our target is the big building in the centre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that's where I'd imagine that's where the SS are all going to be, as well as whatever information you guys need to find.
Basically,
There you go.
probably need to kill all of them as well, if not most of them.
Yeah.
Most. We can
All.
do that.
All.
Okay, all. Yeah, we can do all.
Fergus, yeah, they're in cahoots with some bad things. I think it's best if we go wet on this one completely.
We don't, if possible, we don't want to make noise. Not until we're out.
See, Busby pulls out his knife. He goes, "That's the nicest thing you ever said to me, Major."
I, on the other hand, am disappointed.
Hey, no, we've got a plan for you. Can you set some charges
Yeah.
with a kind of glancing at his watch? 20-minute delay?
Okay. How big?
How many do you think you need to bring down that building?
Ooh. Well, let me have a look.
I'll hand you my binoculars so you can
thank
look
you.
at the building.
That does make it much easier. How many charges do I think? Voice in my head.
Quite a lot, I would imagine.
I've got
I
incendiary.
don't know. No,
Does it
it's
look flammable?
No,
I'm guessing it's like
it's
an
a
old
fairly
brick
old building. Yeah, so it's sort of old, typical, old
Oh, okay.
sort of compound building. I'm pretty sure if you blow part of it out, if you put like, I'd say 3 charges will definitely take it down.
Okay.
Do
So
you know where you'd need them placed? We can divide the charges out once you've prepped them.
yeah, I
Roll
would the main
your
structural
explosives.
points.
Yeah, roll your
Roll my
explosive
demolition,
skill.
if you like,
Yeah, yep.
Can he-
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the
You
pair
have
then
a
need to know
fairly
how
good
to use
idea
explosives?
of where you want to put it on the exterior walls
Yeah,
to
I'm assuming
maximize.
if Heinrich's prepping them and telling us where to use them, I'm assuming we don't need a lot of skill to do that. We're literally just going to put
No,
them in
you're
the right
just
place.
planting them and running away.
Right.
Yeah. Do we not need the information in the building?
We do, but the idea is we'll plant the charges. Once we're out, they'll go off.
Okay.
So no one else can use it.
So, and you think that 20 minutes is enough to clear the building, ransack, and
Grab what we
exit?
need and get. If things go on, we don't want to
Well,
be in there too long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a
'cause-
lot of trouble's going to turn up.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. So, well, do you need us to come in there? Oh, I guess to know what information you're looking for. Okay, that makes sense.
as far as
Well,
just
you-
grabbing everything. Okay.
You're the,
You,
you're the
you
two
do-
that know what you're looking for. We
Yeah.
need to
Okay,
make
that,
sure
that
you
makes
guys can
sense.
do it.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I don't count with none of that gobbledygook, so that's all on you.
So
I guess.
when you hear the cricket, that's your cue to come in.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So here is your bomb, and here is your bomb, and who wants the other one?
You take it.
Okay.
Feel free to stack yourselves up however you like.
As far away from any bullets as
Any
possible.
of this exploding nonsense as possible.
So where's the point that I've worked out that we need to jump the guard?
Well, basically, yeah. What are you thinking? Furthest from the courtyard entrance, or?
So basically, once he steps away from the building, we're going to kind of, Busby and I are going to kind of quietly off him to give us the most time possible to get the others into the compound and towards the building.
That corner, like the top northeasterly corner, is probably a good place to do it anyway.
Sort of here-ish.
Yeah. Then.
All right. So you two stay put. When you hear the cricket, that's your.
That's also because the courtyard, the inner courtyard wall is in the way. It sort of blocks any of the windows from overlooking as well.
Okay.
Even though the shutters are closed, if someone were peering out, they're not going to see you
Stab.
sneak over the wall and stab someone.
Happy stabbing.
Thanks, Heinrich.
Yeah, you pretty much hear someone walking along, and you can hear a light foot tread as they're pacing about. At this point, you're pretty certain that they're at the other side of the wall.
Busby gives the major a nod.
So yeah, because I've worked out the timing. So once the footsteps are moving just away from us, that's where we're going to sneak over the wall and do the job.
I will let you roll a fieldcraft with a bonus dice each for sneaking over said wall.
Bonus dice, how does that work?
Basically, you just roll an extra 10s dice. If you click on it, you should be able to add one. Well, when you click on your skill to roll, it should have like a 0 to 1, 2, or -1, -2.
So I just
-1, -2
1.
a penalty dice, and you can do a +1 for a bonus dice. Yeah.
And we rocked
There
it.
Yeah, that's an extreme success, and
Just eating sauerkraut and eating bratwurst.
a hard success. So yeah, you're up and over the wall in absolute silence. I'll put you over the wall because otherwise you can't really see. Yep. There you go,
Okay,
and
then
feel free to make your move.
I'm going to make a knife attack against.
Completely unaware.
Do I get a bonus die for him being completely unaware?
I think. Oh yeah, I'll give you a bonus dice instead. I could just say like, oh, it's.
He's dead. I don't need to roll it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So. You.
Because of the roll, that's enough for an insta kill.
Can you roll your damage for the knife?
The
but
talent
it's
I have
impale.
is called Silent Kill.
Oh right.
And because I did as well as I did,
So-
he's dead.
Well then, just let me know how he dies.
It's literally a slit
What you
through.
do? Yeah.
The hand goes over the mouth to muffle anything. The blade comes across his throat, and I lower him to the ground. Stuff him into a corner, and basically just flick sand over him to at least partially conceal him in the darkness. And
That's nice. Respectful.
Oh.
Busby whispers to the major, Major, one of these days you're going to have to show me that technique, because that was a thing of beauty.
Major will respond with just a grin. And kind of indicate that we should move towards the compound.
I'll
And as he
stick him
does-
up there then.
Click, click.
Yep.
Oh,
Cricket noise goes.
presto, over up. Try not to. If you see anything that looks like a body, just ignore it. Don't
Yep,
look at
that,
it.
that,
Focus on
that's
the
my
building.
that's my game plan.
Focus
Yep.
on the building.
Yeah.
No flipping
Unless
of the
he's looking
cookies.
hard for it, he should hopefully see it.
You can just move in now.
He doesn't do well with dead people.
I don't
Rest of
want
us
to see dead people.
Don't care.
So feel free to move your tokens wherever they need
Oh,
to be.
tokens. I'll forget those tokens.
I'm here and then
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
Oh, can see things.
Ooh.
So is this back wall the one behind where the main building is?
The one you're looking at now is the wall to the courtyard. So
And which one
There's
has the
an-
least amount of windows looking into it? Or looking at it?
this one, because
Okay.
everything on this side is ground floor level, and everything towards the back of that, and towards the north bit of the building, and the west bit of the building, there's sort of an L-shaped top floor to it.
Okay, I'll give Busby the nod for this is our cue to go over.
All right, Major.
Are you? Yeah, you just jumping
one
over.
boost,
Busby.
one go up.
Yeah, Busby interlaces his hands and pops the Major up to the wall.
And doing this
Okay.
with practice precision, keeping everything quiet.
Chuck you.
And once I'm at the top of the wall, I will basically stay there.
Yeah. Okay. Not sure I can put you on the wall, but you know.
And then Busby will reach up, pull over the wall,
No.
and go over and land in a crouch on the other side.
Yeah, I'll basically be up there to give a hand up to.
Yeah.
I'll basically
To hoist him
signal
up.
them,
Yeah.
signal them in turn.
Oh, okay.
Busby moves over to the wall and posts up there in case somebody comes out.
I'm going to help Presto over the wall.
Yeah, I'm literally lying on top of the
Post
wall
up
and
there
will
in the
be
corner.
hauling people over.
Do I need to roll
Do you think?
for-
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you think everyone in chat would like to see you roll to see how well
Roll a climb check.
Heinrich and Fergus get over the wall?
Love to see that. Yes, I'm sure they'd
Yeah.
love to. Can I use my
90.
stealth skill rather than
Yes,
anything
you
else?
may.
Oh, I would have used stealth. I was 60 in that.
Yeah,
Oh.
roll stealth.
Go on, roll
Ignore the
stealth, I'll
climb.
be nice.
I do that cat thing where I just jump and then immediately just.
So they get a bonus for me. So they get a bonus for me helping them.
Yeah, well, that's why
I'm
they can
lying
roll
on the-
stealth instead of climb as
Alright.
well, because you're at the top
Nope.
helping them over
No,
as well.
still no.
Oh,
Can you spend luck to make it any
Quite
better,
a lot
or
of luck.
It would be a lot of luck, but yeah, I can.
you don't have to? I mean,
Well,
not gonna
I have
force
a
you.
feeling that it's going to be a lot worse for me if I don't. I don't know. Maybe I can pull up a. I'll be to say. No, it's goodbye. Wait.
No, no.
Hello. Why are you here? Yeah, I'll blow my luck. That would need to be
17. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then
That's hard.
yep. At first, you feel your leg sort of. It doesn't. Whatever these stones are, one of them breaks away under your foot, and you feel it sort of. You feel yourself sort of slipping, and then the major just holds you up, and as you go over the wall, he gently sets you down.
I have 13 luck points left. Oh, that was a big investment. Okay.
And you're all over the wall now.
Hopefully nothing bad will happen.
What could go
Busby,
wrong in a Cthulhu game?
Exactly.
Yes.
you're stacked across from the door.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm literally just holding up at the door in case anybody does come out of the door. Then
The
once they came
door-
out, then
The door is open, and you can hear a sort of bit of old-fashioned radio music, like wireless music, playing
Do I hear
from
any-
just inside.
Do I hear any voices?
There are definitely voices inside, multiple voices.
Can I tell
You'd
how
have
many?
to really, roll for listen, and
Okay.
I'll let you know. You don't speak any German, though, do you?
No, but
No.
I'm just listening for
yeah.
distinct voice
No.
patterns.
You hear two distinct voices coming from basically just inside the door
So-
to you.
I wait till the major looks at me,
Yeah, I'll move up to the door once the others
and
are
then I
ready
give
to
him the
kind of
I give him the two.
hand signals to.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I kind of have a very sneaky peek round the corner? Literally just so an eye goes round, just so I get a very brief glance, and then
Yeah, sure.
Bring the head back.
Go for spot.
I'm just trying to see
fieldcraft.
where they
Yeah,
are.
just yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to spot anything small. Just
No.
they're there and there. So can I see where they are in the room?
Oh, did you? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I will move. Yeah. You can see them. They're sat across from each other at a table,
Okay.
playing cards.
I'll
At the
basically
moment.
give,
Both
Busby the
one
hand
of them has a
signal.
rifle next to him, and the other one has an MP40 on the table next to his cards and his drink.
I'm going to give Busby the signal. You go left. I'll go right.
All right, and we're doing this quiet, right? If
Yeah,
possible.
quiet. So we're basically going to quickly rush through and knife
Yeah.
them.
like it.
Yeah, I'll,
Because the
you
door's
can-
open, so and
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're only a couple of yards away, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. They're
So we
like
should be on them before they can react.
if you ran in, you would be on top of them before you could even fully stop. If you sprinted in, they're just sat right inside the door, pretty much by a table.
Yeah, there's no way
Um,
we'll sneak in without them seeing
so-
us.
Yeah, Busby's gonna go left, grab the guy around the mouth, and then just stick the dagger in his ear. Hopefully.
Feel free to both roll fieldcraft to sneak in,
As sneaky as possible. Let's see how we do.
and I will oppose that though, because this one's pretty.
Busby's pretty
Oh
quiet.
my god. I'm going to spend
Oh.
4 luck to pass that.
So yeah, Busby went left. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you manage to make it in, but yeah, the one on Busby definitely didn't hear anything coming. The one that the major is going for. So you spent luck to
Yeah, I spent luck to pass.
pass it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they don't notice you come in anyway. It's sort of like briefly turns his head towards the door just before you come in, but then looks back down at his cards before you appear at the doorway. So yeah, you're inside and on them within seconds, and then who's highest in dex order? Well, it doesn't matter. Who wants to kill them first?
Mine's 95. if that
Because
helps.
it's a surprise round. So
You go first, Major.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably timed, so this
Yeah.
is happening. At the
yeah,
same
so
time.
it's pretty much simultaneous anyway.
Since we were both able to sneak in without them really being aware, do we get a bonus dice on our brawling roll?
Yep, sure. I'll
Oh.
let you have extra
That's
dice for that.
16.
Still just 51.
Yeah.
So I gotta
So
s-
yeah,
So it's an impale attack, but it's not an instant kill this time.
well, yeah, it's just a normal attack for the
Did you
major.
say that impale does a bit more damage?
Impale is basically double. Well, you get your full actual damage for your knife attack, plus you roll again. But in this case, it shouldn't be an impale unless that's
Silent
part of your
kill.
silent kill. Yeah, then sure. Yeah, so you do full damage plus you roll for basically the same again.
So is it full its base dice or full the damage I do when I'm using my knife?
Yeah, it's your base dice
the damage
damage
I
plus
do.
your damage bonus. Yeah.
18.
Nice.
They're
Hand over,
he just
knife into neck.
drops onto the table quietly because you sort of grab him and push him down onto it.
I'm much less effective with my knife. I do 3.
Ooh. Yeah, you come in completely silently, walk up to him, and just as the knife flashes forwards, he sort of leans over towards his drink, and it scratches across his face, cutting it open. And
So,
he shouts out something incomprehensible in pain, and turns towards you, and his hands.
Heinrich just does this outside. Like,
His
understand.
hands
Painful.
already darting for the MP40 on the table, but probably won't make it in time. But if there's anyone else in the building, they'll know you're there now.
Well, I plunged the dagger back into him.
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe.
He's gonna try and dodge that. If he does dodge that, he might.
Nice.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
hell. What?
Ooh.
Iron neck.
Yeah. So
He's a bit handy.
as
Okay.
with his cheek bleeding, he sees the dagger come in again and decides to leave the MP40 and rolls backwards and grabs for his knife at his belt.
Can I stab him from across the table?
What is your dexterity?
95.
Yeah, sure. He's, you're pretty much both a lot faster. He's
It's
just
amazing
pulling
what
his
people trying to
knife
kill you
as you.
will make a person do.
46, so I hit him.
I'm gonna try and dodge that again by using up his turn, because there's really no point in him just idly dying.
God,
Plus
this guy's a ninja.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are trying to kill him. I guess this is his like flight
He
or
rolled
fight
it.
reflex is kicking
Uh,
in,
his rolls there, just for our audience benefit, were 6 and a 2.
6 and 2.
which is very good.
He's extraordinarily
It rolls
Literally
back.
got one away from like a crit success, basically.
He rolls back and slams the door open behind him.
So, Busby then, as he sees the guy duck the major, he rushes in again to try to stab him in the throat.
Yeah.
Figuring this guy can't keep dodging out of everybody's way.
Well, I'm not. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
try and
God.
fight back this time. Oh dear.
Whoa!
That's a 98.
The
That's
dice are
that's
not in our favor.
That's a hard fail. So I got a 98. My brawling skill is a 78 for those at home. So
I'll also kind of jump for him again.
Yeah.
I just like the
well, he
idea
was
that-
fighting back with Busby, so as you come in, he twists out of the way again and darts in with his knife.
all right, I will try to dodge it, but my dodge is not particularly good. So
It was a fight back on your
Oh.
attack.
oh, okay.
So,
so
basically,
yeah.
you attacked him, and as you overextended, he sort of leapt out of the way and came in with the knife.
Oh, could he have dodged me as well then? Can he dodge twice? And attack.
He used his turn in the last round to dodge you. So basically, you have one dodge anyway,
Okay.
and then after that, you can use your actions. So, for instance, if a character or an NPC had 3 attacks like some monsters do, then they could potentially do 4 dodges in a turn as
Wow,
they're
okay.
getting beaten up, but then they can't do anything in the turn after that. But obviously he was at the end of that turn, so he just gave up his action for that. But you always in combat have the option to fight back or to dodge. So in this case, with very little else going for him, he chose to fight back, and unfortunately Busby fluffed that one. So
Totally fluffed it.
let me just check. Sorry.
I just like the idea that we're sitting outside and we're hearing this like.
But Heinrich is looking at his watch because
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
all
shit,
yeah, the
explosives
charges!
are counting down.
Well, I
Yeah.
just like the idea that I'm listening and he's like saying stuff in German. I'm like, is this good German noises or bad German noises?
Yeah,
I
he
think
manages
it's
to
bad.
get the knife in and digs it into your arm and really pushes down on it.
And I try to dodge that.
No, that was the
Oh.
the fight back
okay.
in his case. So you took 6 wounds, which should be all right because you're all pulpy.
Can I stab him now?
Now you can stab him,
It's happening.
and he can only really try and fight back on that as well, but with penalty
I
dice.
rolled 24, which is 2 stars.
Yeah.
That's where he rolls a 6.
This is if he rolls a 6 with a penalty dice, I will be very impressed.
No, his luck ran out.
No,
Yay.
just full on knife
He
to
didn't alert anyone, did he?
as he's pushing the knife into
Thrashing
Busby's
him
arm
out.
and really sort of pushing down on it.
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
come
basically kind of
flying in
Hand
and
over mouth and
yeah.
11
And it
damage.
cuts into his straight through his artery on the thing, and he's sort of grabbing his neck, starts
Don't
screaming
think either
and
of you are wearing beige
frothing
anymore.
and
I think it's mostly
gurgling
red.
because for everyone except for Nye, well, for Presto, this is sort of
Whatever.
part of the course by now. But Presto, you hear this screaming and gurgling as people
I know
tend
now. I
not to
did
die
cover his
easily.
mouth, so-
Gurgling, just good.
Yeah, but like you can still scream through your
Like
hand over
screaming,
his mouth.
he's like screaming in German, and I'm like,
Got no windpipe left. I very
Oh.
much doubt there's any
Oh
screaming.
no, it went through the side
Before,
of his
yeah.
neck.
before. That's what I'm saying. Like during
Oh.
the fight, if he went like Scheiße or something, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just listening. Is this good German, bad German? It's like,
Well, it depends who for.
Are these guys wearing like SS
mostly-
uniforms?
Presto, you're not certain who or what is winning in this situation, and it all sounds very, very scary. So you can roll for sanity.
I have to roll sanity.
Yeah, because it's
Oh,
a
fuck.
bloody horrible battle, and if you've never been in one,
Oh,
well, it's a skirmish, but
that's a
Plus
fair
side.
everyone.
one
Plus
point.
side, it's such a bad fail that I couldn't have won it even if I hadn't taken
No.
the sand loss previously. So at
There you
least
go.
I have that.
Yeah, you lose one more sanity. That takes you up to 4 this game.
I'm at
this
yeah, I've lost
episode.
4, so I'm at 55.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Yeah. You can. He.
Well, Mage, I made the
Goes
move out
down.
of that.
Stick my head round the corner.
Busby,
But you
Busby
can hear
unslings
some
his shotgun
stomping
at this
upstairs.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
I said
You can
Busby
hear-
unslings his shotgun at this point.
No, what can we hear?
You can hear some stomping upstairs.
The gig is up, Major. Time to go loud.
How's it going?
I've got-
And to answer
and
your
shut the
previous
door.
question, yeah, they have SS uniforms on.
I'll kind of slide the MP40 across the table in the direction of those two.
Well, we're not behind the wall. We haven't come in yet, have we?
Keep the doors
You
closed.
can, yeah.
If anything makes it in, just shoot whatever comes in. If
Oh.
it's gonna
I'd like to be
if
somewhere
it's us,
safe.
we'll tell you.
I don't think anywhere. Well, I think this room is currently the safest place. But basically keep your eyes closed.
Do you want to, hey, Heinrich? Do you want to take the the gun? Do you want to take the gun? Because I've only
no.
got
9.
no, not 9. Well,
I mean, I
what do you mean
can,
9?
but
You know how to shoot a gun.
a bit.
Yeah, so it's same with me. I know how to pull a trigger and hold it in the direction of the people I want to go away. That's it.
I'm just going to point it at the outside door, and if it opens, I'm going to shoot whoever
Okay,
it
I'll
is.
I'll hold my German rifle.
Yeah, you just try not to look at the dead.
At the moment there's like some vague shouting coming from upstairs.
Oh, dear.
Heinrich, it's quite clear that they're asking what's going on down there, but they're very agitated and probably fairly certain that something's gone very badly.
Can I tell how many there are?
Yeah, roll listen.
What are they saying?
That would be a no.
That's what
They're
you'll find
asking
out.
if everything is all right.
Tell them yes. Tell them someone cut themselves.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can we
Everything's fine.
disguise our voice? Can we like try
I
and
don't know
pretend
what they
to-
sounded like
Yeah!
apart from the gurgling and the screaming.
No, but did he talk before he was gurgling and screaming?
No, he
we didn't hear his
mostly
voice.
died.
I'm going to try.
Well, he dodged a bit,
everything
but then-
is fine here. I just dropped something on my toe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not like just because you're speaking German, they're not going to hear. It's a completely different person.
No, but
Oh, it's
fuck
German.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, but they might not realise it.
It might
through the
slow
muffled
them
fair
down
enough.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
fair enough, I guess.
Go on, roll
Oh, it's German.
fast talk.
Unless they can tell your Austrian accent and go, wait a minute.
Oh, it's all right. I also speak High German, so that's
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, that can't
so.
be good.
I got a hard success, and
Yeah.
you didn't.
No,
Wow, I guess German really
They-
does calm them down. Oh,
they're not calmed down, but
They might
they've
not recognise
stopped.
that it's someone else. They might just
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, oh,
They're
dickhead.
confused because it's very clearly also a German accent. Well, an Austrian
Yeah.
accent, but you know, a German speaker's accent. So
so now rather than like running down all
Right,
guns
yeah,
blazing, they're
like-
going to send someone down a bit more passively. Okay.
I think I have.
it's a bit better than the whole Han Solo. Everything's fine down here, kind of. You know.
I'm basically going to kind of pull the door to slightly, or both of them, tell the others to hide, and signal to Busby to basically stand by the door with a knife.
Presto to hide. Okay.
Yep. I'm good.
Which
Do you want me
door are
to
you
try
going
hiding?
for?
We could go back outside.
No, I don't.
Can we hear where the noise is coming from, where the stairs are or anything?
The stairs seem to be in the northern room. The
All
northwest
right. Well,
room.
I'm stood by the, just behind the door of the northern room, and I'm going to
How sturdy
Quickly
is
drag.
the table?
quickly drag the bodies out the way, so they can't see them as soon as they step in. And then, if they step through the door, stabbing time.
So you're waiting for them to come down then?
Yeah, if Heinrich's relayed that they seem to have bought it, or at least been
Was it-
confused.
Well, I
They
mean,
seem
yeah,
confused.
presumably they'll send someone down like, oh, what's this rough housing business going on or whatever.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to reiterate again, how sturdy is the table? If someone was to hide behind a flipped over
It's-
of this table, would it stop a bullet, or is this just like cheap
It
wood? It's
might
just gonna-
stop a very
tables don't
badly
stop
fired
bullets.
bullet that is
It's
already
Cthulhu,
going in the
there's
wrong
squid
direction.
monsters. I can dream.
It would you
Definitely
hide
this
behind
table
things to
would
hide
not.
you, not to stop.
Yeah.
bullets.
Like
I
it would
know.
have to be. It would have to be
Box.
glancing off anyway. If
Like,
it was gonna.
Roger, you gotta understand, I'm clutching
But-
at straws here. You've given me a gun, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that.
Honestly,
You
Presto, I think we
can
should wait
hear.
outside.
Roll a listen test because it's very quiet now.
All of us are just
People who can,
specifically.
which is Help me. Yoink.
No.
Yoink.
Wow. So for everyone at home, they're doing fantastically with the listen.
Yeah, is anyone else?
Yeah.
Is it just me that's rolling to listen, or
Nope, I'm pulling it up now. I got a
Oh, just
success.
yay.
Really. I got a 74 under 85.
There we go.
You see Presto and the Major listening, and it's very quiet, so everyone's sort of hunkered down, preparing for whatever's going to happen. And they don't seem to be able to hear something. But then you hear a noise coming in the room directly next to where you're standing, Busby.
I whisper over, Major, they're coming down through this door here.
I mean, you could probably just hand signal, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll kind of stealthily move to the side of that door.
I'm going to stand in the middle of the room.
I'd like to
Very
hide
important.
somewhere, anywhere.
Yeah.
Is there anything to hide behind, other than the people in the room with me?
There's a pile of
At that
bodies.
point, Busby, you can see someone run in and duck behind the corner, but basically they're straight across from you now in this opening of the doorway. Pretty much like
And-
you can see on the map.
So basically, based on their tactics, I know that they know somebody's here.
Yeah, and he's already like spotted you and preparing to get a bead on you.
Okay, I will shoot him with my shotgun
Oh, got loud. Okay.
at point blank range.
Yeah. He's
La, la, la,
just
I cannot
bringing
hear
up
me
an
then.
MP40 at the same time, and yeah, he's gonna dive for cover.
All right.
As you shoot.
Wow.
So, that's good. Let's see how I do with this shotgun roll.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
That's better.
That'll do.
Yeah, so as he brings up his MP40 and sees that you're going to get the drop on him, he sort of starts to try and shift over to dive for cover and trips, falling forwards, and then you're going to blast him full in the face, probably.
Yeah, we should have said to the audience, he got a 99 to dodge.
You can
dodge.
re-roll that. I'll let you, because he so spectacularly failed his dive for
Alright.
cover. He's pretty much just taking
That's
it
better.
full on.
Yeah, it's significantly better.
So that's 19 points of damage with the shotgun.
It barks
That's a
out,
good chunk
and
out of
yeah,
him.
he goes down in a bloody mess.
And then Busby will move into this room and move up against that door in case anybody else comes running down here.
As you
fuck.
do that, someone kicks the door, the northern door, open and starts firing into the room.
Into absolutely nothing because no one stood in front of the door.
That screws my plan.
Well, I think he can see you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, from his angle, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not right in front of the door himself. He's up from the...
I mean, can I
attacking
react
from-
to that?
Yeah, you can dive for cover if you want.
I'm assuming I can't just try and shoot him first after hearing the door.
No, well, you could, but then you would probably
Major shot
both get
first.
shot. Your choices are, yeah.
Can I
I
kind
suppose
of
you could
leap
fight
out
back,
of-
but
leap out of the room so there's a wall in between me and him?
yeah,
I
you can
like
try. Yeah,
There.
basically you're rolling your dodge to dive for cover. He hits.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice. Yeah.
extreme success
very,
for the Major.
yes, very good success.
The bullet digs into the wall in the exact place you just left as you roll out of the way.
I bring
Uh,
up the sten and open fire.
Yes, but you'll have to wait a little bit because
Okay.
diving for cover, you've full on jumped out of the way for your life, so you use up in diving for cover. You use up your next turn. It's not
Okay.
like dodge in close combat, and yeah, it's full on like diving prone behind something, trying to save yourself. But anyone else is in whatever initiative
this
order. What is your initiative order?
accidentally
Who's
shoot
the
someone?
highest other than the major?
My dexterity is 70.
My dexterity is 90.
Ooh.
There you go.
25.
I think Heinrich can try and do something first if you want.
So I have seen. Clearly, there is someone behind the door, or the door is now open, and has tried to shoot some measures. Measures got out of the way. I'm going to just run up and try some of the stabbing that seems to be so much fun.
Okay.
That's terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
He's shooting into the room and you just right going, ah!
No, why not? It turns out it was a punching, or I could grenade, but I think we want some of the stuff in this building, so.
And we're quite close to where the grenade would land.
I think as you run at him, he'll try and fight back. So
that's annoying.
you can try and stab him. He will
Afraid
try
he
and
doesn't
shoot
have a
you.
bayonet.
That's basically like he at the very last minute he sees you and tries to get off
I've
his shot.
spent a little
but-
bit of luck to make that a success, if I may.
Well, I fluffed
No.
it. So if you do that, you get to him. This shot goes wide of you as he fires in panic, and the knife goes in.
Or 5.
Yeah, it's straight on in his shoulder, digs in, and he definitely feels it and yelps a bit, but
Look
he's
straight at him and go, everything is fine.
Saying German, just saying so like
Everything is fine.
So then, if it's Busby's turn, he would roll into this room, see Heinrich engaged with this guy, stroll up, yell, Heinrich, duck, and then shoot the shotgun at this guy's head.
Whack.
Heinrich, please roll dodge in that case.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Don't fail.
I don't have any dodge.
That'll be rough.
You must have some.
No,
Your
actually,
dodge
no.
is what's
My
it?
dodge is 0.
Standard is.
It says 0.
Yeah, but it should be
oh,
like
my dodge is 0 as
part
well.
of your
Okay,
dexterity.
interesting.
Feel free to fill that in. I think is it
Let's
a
see.
third of your dexterity?
Alright.
I love for the info box it just says see the Call of Cthulhu robe. I love that.
They're not wrong.
Well, I failed
No,
anyway.
no.
That is not a success. By
So,
any
yeah,
stretch
you're-
of the imagination.
Dodge is half your dexterity. Now.
Half. Oh, there you go.
Still not a success.
That's
No.
probably why I don't have it.
You try to dodge out the way, but you hear the shotgun go off even as you're diving. So feel free to roll for Busby.
Oh,
I got
Oh my lord.
a 2 under 84.
Oh,
Or under.
nice. Surgeon
Okay,
with the shotgun.
that's a. You can either choose to do your impale, or you can choose to
with the
do
shotgun.
regular damage and
not hit
not
Heinrich.
hit Heinrich. Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do. I mean,
would
he,
like
he
to
goes
say-
I
up.
mean,
option.
seems like a fairly simple choice.
Is the film sorry.
You see him go up with that shotgun, kind of shoulder Heinrich a little out of the way, and just boom.
Whoa.
So doesn't
Heinrich-
hit Heinrich at all.
Heinrich, roll for sanity though as you dive out of the way and you're very certain you're going to die.
Don't think that would bother me. No.
You lose 1 point of sanity because you're pretty sure that this is it. You hear the gun go off even as you're diving, and like, there's no way this can miss me, but it does
It's
somehow.
like the Wanted film where like
Yeah.
you just spin and shoot.
And,
The bullet. Yeah.
The-
Utter nonsense.
I do 19 points of damage to this guy as Busby looks down. He's like, Heinrich, what you doing on the ground? You think I was going to hit you? What type?
Yeah.
Heinrich, you just see this SS soldier get enveloped in shot.
Oh, so that's what that looks like from
Trampled
up
down.
close. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry
vision
about
hack.
sorry about the brains on the uniform, Heinrich, but
Mm.
you're all right.
Your
my
ears
boy.
are ringing a bit as well.
Sorry, what? What are you saying?
Quit pulling my chain, Heinrich. You're a funny mook.
After that rather successful combat, the entire place slowly starts to go completely silent again.
Search the bodies.
How it was a platoon. I'm gonna fuck up these army terminologies. How many? What was it? An SS
A section.
section.
Yeah,
right.
that was pretty. Yeah, that wasn't even a section because
No, this was like a-
section could
Yeah,
be
no,
up to
I
15.
mean the
section is a
total that we
smaller
were
section.
informed
Yeah.
about is what I mean.
You there
Well, we
was
were told
a
that there was an
platoon
SS platoon deployed
Platoon.
in the area.
deployed for
Oh,
the Black
okay.
Sun.
Oh, yeah, no, then we're fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, geez, this is just like a couple of them. They're all waiting.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch
They're
more
all
there.
upstairs, just wait. We sent
Send the shit
everyone
ones.
down we hated first, and then we'll
Yeah.
just wait here.
And then, yeah,
Can I
three
go
more
upstairs
squad of
and-
them come down. And we're like,
Yeah.
"God damn."
Can I go upstairs
Okay.
and have a look around?
You can.
Everybody, thank Heinz for volunteering. I didn't volunteer. Good job, Heinz. Okay.
The room upstairs, behind the stairs, is all beds, but like only about enough to fit at most a section, well, squad. But I'd say a zook, but that's a platoon. But and then there's one door at the end of the hall.
Okay, I'm assuming that's closed.
Yes, it looks closed.
Okay, I'm going to kind of sneak up to it.
Yeah, sure. It.
Can I
Yeah.
have picked up one of the MP40s just to look?
Yeah,
like
sure.
I'm-
You can. No, you can have whatever.
As a way round.
Whatever they have left on their corpses, you can have.
Oh, no, he had a car. He had a
I-
car.
I-
Yeah, I'll take the car. That's probably safer for
I
me.
will be rifling through the bodies and pockets and
Yeah,
taking any medals or identifications.
sure.
I feel like the medals as well. Nice. I can pawn this. Melt
The
What I
major
particularly
is
like to do is to
up
embed
to-
the medals into the explosives, so when it explodes, it then kills them with their own medals.
Wow, that's
that's some.
oh, wow.
Like I
Special
feel like
touch.
at the moment everyone hears that, you should probably also all roll for sanity. Like, wow, that's some dark.
No,
I
they're
mean-
no,
SS.
nah.
Yeah, they are SS. I don't give a
Sod it.
shit about them. That's
Yeah.
just that's artistry
Um,
almost there. That's actually rather wow.
The major can hear a lot of whirring and noises coming from behind the door. So there's probably some form of machinery or something in there.
Flammenwerfer. Oh fuck.
Okay, yeah, when I get to the door, can I kind of
Search for traps.
kick it in and
Oh,
step to the side?
10-foot
Yeah.
pole.
Sure.
Do I see anything as I kick the door?
Is there anyone else up there as well?
Oh, yeah, Busby would have gone up with the major. He's not going to take him on his own.
We're rifling through pockets, I think.
I'm rifling.
So yeah,
Work out
I'll
to
put you
push
both there. You kick the door open, and both of you peer through. And in this sort of smoky haze, which is quite unusual, there appear to be two figures sat at what is essentially a large radio type device.
Yeah, I'll just open fire on one of the figures.
Yeah, as you open fire on it, it becomes quite apparent that the figures are severed at the waist and they've been implanted into these
Yeah, I'm not worried
radio
about that.
devices.
I'm just going to shoot.
There's parts of
I
their
now
rib
know what I
cage
saw in my
is
dream
open,
world.
and one of them is making that strange hissing noise interspersed with weird words that the
the way I
Presto
figure it is I'm doing
heard.
them a favour.
Yeah, but neither of them seem to react in any way, and as you fill them full of bullets, they just slump over, and
Oh, but
a
they die.
mixture of blood and mechanical oil and some kind of ointment leaks out onto the floor. But in seeing that, you can probably also roll for
Roll some
sanity,
sand.
both of you.
I don't actually take sanity loss from seeing very grievous things to people.
Yeah, but
that's a
this
bit
is
beyond
a very
That's
strange
beyond-
grief.
Yeah.
This is like a mixture of that weird occultism that Presto has been telling everyone
Well, yeah,
about,
'cause
and
you'd
it's
be
like
aware that
they've
it's not
been
possible.
combined with something that
Oh, that's
isn't
us.
human to make some kind of machine that is operating these radios.
You see,
Yeah,
Busby's
you
like,
pass.
Major, this ain't right, Major.
Busby,
This ain't right. He starts to lose it.
yeah, you lose D4 sanity. And yeah,
Oh, it didn't.
No space.
Yep.
On roll a 1.
Ooh.
free sanity. How much
So
have you
that's,
lost?
that's 4 for this session. So.
Yeah, so just
Oh, you're
not-
almost up with me. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. As Busby is sort of turned into the major and going, this isn't right. This is all very weird. That's where everything will slowly fade to black for this episode, and that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Anyway,
Fantastic.
yeah, thank you everyone for joining us for episode 2. If you include the first one as episode 0 of Achtung, Cthulhu. Next week I'm gonna have to skip a week because I'm away on holiday, but then we'll be back Wednesday after that at the same time as usual. Anyone else want to tell us all what's going on Garblag? Also, how's chat been, by the way, because I can't see anything at the moment. Because
Chatty.
Been good. Yeah. Beowulf really, really wanted me to just impale that guy and shoot Heinrich in the head, but he seemed to be okay with the results. So
Thanks, Beowulf.
yeah,
Thanks.
there you go.
Appreciate it.
So what
tomorrow was
tomorrow?
Aliens.
Tomorrow is-
Aliens, your
Yes.
time, right? At 9 o'clock British Standard Time, I think.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Blades in the Dark, North American, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then Friday is Worlds of the
yeah. Oh. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yeah.
Vampires, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vampires. Yeah. Sorry.
Friday,
My brain was
vampires.
like Friday.
Friday
yes.
is vampires.
World of
Yes, it
Darkness.
Yeah.
Yes. World of Darkness. Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then back round to Monday is Spectaculars.
Yes.
Spectaculars.
Yeah. Tuesday is
I don't know. Is Coriolis going to be back?
Coriolis normally, but yeah, I don't.
Hopefully.
I think
And
so.
then Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Garblag North America is starting off with session 1 of Masks of Nyarlathotep in Chicago.
yeah.
Yes.
There you
Back
go.
to some
So
Call of Cthulhu.
yeah.
Now you're talking.
So
You'd see
you
Louis
get your
and
call.
Quinn introduce some new characters to New York.
You get your Call of Cthulhu fixed next week as well, and then after that it'll be
Exactly.
double billings of Call of
Yeah.
Cthulhu. There you
Right.
go. Yeah. Okay. thank you everyone for joining us tonight, and thank you to the players for once again being so fantastic.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
From
Lewis.
Garblag Games, I will bid you a very good night and have a nice week. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.